My name is Elizabeth Lubin, and I am a musician, pianist, and guitarist here in the Bay Area, and also a music teacher. I actually started when I was about 5 years old because I was jealous of my older brother who got piano lessons, and I whined and I complained and said, I want music lessons too. So my mom took me to the music school that my brother went to, and I started taking piano classes there. I play piano, guitar, a little bit of bass. I have way more instruments than I think I know how to play. So after that music school that I went to, I started taking private lessons where my music teacher came to my house. And he was a big Eagles fan. So the first song, probably not the first song I learned, but the first song I remember learning was Desperado. I'd play that song over and over again so many times. People were like, why are you such a big Eagles fan? I'm like, I don't know. I think my music teacher. Some of my favorite records are like old soul, like live recordings. And Nina Simone is probably the artist that I admire the most, with just her ability and her stage presence to captivate an audience. So like listening to her like raw vocals on a stage is probably my favorite thing to listen to. And Otis Redding, like old rhythm and blues, soul music, anything in the Ray Charles era. Also enjoy listening to more recent music, more new music in the realm of Valerie June, who's a soul singer from Nashville. And Layla McCalla is a Haitian-American banjo and guitar player from New Orleans, and I connect with her a lot because I'm also Haitian-American. I feel a lot of things, and I generally feel free. I feel like I am creating kind of my own world, my own soundscape, like theme music. It fills me up, and it elevates me, it brings me down to earth. It does a lot of things for just my my being and my safety and my sanctity. And I also enjoy playing music for other people. It fills me up a lot too. Beat up little seagull on a marble stair. Trying to find the ocean, looking everywhere. Hard times in the city, in a hard town by the sea. Ain't nowhere to run to. There ain't nothing here for free. And the people hide their faces where they hide their eyes. 'Cause the city is dying, and they don't know why. And I said, oh, Baltimore, ain't it hard just to live? And I said, oh, Baltimore, ain't it hard just to live, just to live, just to live. I remember when I think I was about 10 years old, and I was a part of this program called New York School Music Association, NYSMA, and we basically had a recital every session, and if you made it to the final round of the recital, you got to go and play in Carnegie Hall, which, like, I like to say I played in Carnegie Hall. I didn't perform for a crowd there, but we got to do like the last level of our recital there. So technically I performed at Carnegie Hall. I do perform in public and in private, and a lot more in public these days. I play in my own project, just called Elizabeth Lubin. It's the name of my band. My stage name is just my name. And I perform solo a lot of the time, most of the time with a full band, usually 4 or 5 piece. And it's really fun. I like that when I perform solo, it's a little bit more soulful and slowed down. And when I perform with a full band, it's a little bit more rock and roll. And it definitely elevates the experience. I also performed in churches, like with church bands. I've played in other projects with other musicians, kind of like a sit-in musician, session musician, for recording sessions, playing piano for different projects. Advice that I would give to beginners who are nervous. Use the nerves. I think the nerves are good. The nerves kind of keep you on your toes, and you're aware of what you're feeling and how that's transforming you into a better musician. I'd say don't ignore that feeling, because it's allowing you to have a better connection with what you're working on or what you're working with the instrument that you're playing. And if you don't have that connection, then maybe that instrument isn't for you. So I'd say use the nerves. I do teach music. I teach in school music education in elementary and middle schools, and I work for a youth chorus, and I also teach private lesson piano. Getting older and having my own appreciation with music that wasn't connected to my big brother playing, it was my own connection. I listened to a lot more music. I was listening to the radio a lot more, and my mom was always singing in the house. My mama and my grandmother, they have beautiful voices, and they were always singing. She sings in the shower. She sings while she's cooking, and I've always loved that connection to music that we had in our house. I'm first generation American. My grandmother spoke Creole in the house growing up, so she would always sing songs in Creole, and that was probably the first language that I learned, and would sing songs with her, and that was always really fun for me. So now as an adult and a musician, I try to bring in those connections of my Haitian roots with, like folk music. I would say that's the genre that I connect with, but folk, not in the, sense that a lot of people think of it. Folk music that started with like African American roots, and down in New Orleans, and rhythm and blues, and old blues clubs, and those are things that references that I draw to in my music. Kept it under my tongue. All those times I think I needed you to revisit the days when you sang your sweetest song. Finest memories told me, no, there's no giving up. And darling, we'll see this day through if we have to. My knees, they feel weak, but I'd rather whenever you are, just reach out if you know it's so hard to stay. And my feet, they are tired, but I'd rather whenever you are, just make promises you'll see no scars. And darling, we'll see this day through if we have to. Will time still be kind? 'Cause I played this tape repeatedly, hoping that what I knew then could become what I know now. When there's no other way to know how, no, I'll never give up on you. And Darling, we'll see this day through if we have to.